Welcome back to Love Renee. I'm Renee, and today we're taking some time to breathe together. It seems like tensions are running high, anxiety and worry filling our minds, and so I wanted to provide a couple minutes of breathing room for you and for me to reflect. So we have two poems today about peace, the kind of peace that nature can bring us, and a short introduction into Julian of Norwich and what she can teach us in challenging times. I hope it's meaningful for you. Today we don't have a concluding section where we hear from you, but remember that you're always welcome to contact me at loverenapodcast@gmail.com to share what you're thinking about or feeling these days. And finally, don't forget that if you're interested, I'll be leading a renewal retreat on May 2nd, 2020 in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. You can find more details on the episode notes or on my Facebook page. Without further delay, let's continue on. O Son of Real Peace by Walt Whitman. O Son of Real Peace, O hastening light, O free and ecstatic, O what I hear preparing warble for. O the Sun of the world will ascend, dazzling and take his height, and you too, O my ideal, will surely ascend. Oh, so amazing and broad, up there resplendent, darting and burning. Oh, vision prophetic, staggered with weight of light, with pouring glories. Oh, lips of my soul, already becoming powerless. Oh, ample and grand presidentiad, now the war is over. New history, new heroes, I project you. Visions of poets, only you really last. Sweep on, O heights too swift and dizzy yet. O purged and luminous, you threaten me more than I can stand. I must not venture. The ground under my feet menaces me. It will not support me. O future too immense. O present, I return, while yet I may, to you. Julian of Norwich was a 14th century anchoress. What is an anchoress, you might ask? Well, after a selection process and having been chosen worthy of the calling to lead a life of prayer, there would have been a ceremony in her church. They would have sang the songs of a funeral. And at some point, Julian would have been led to her cell door and into the room beyond. Behind her, the door would be sealed up permanently, and she would remain in her cell for the rest of her life. Her job was to pray. Someone may come to her window and ask for her prayers, but often the cat who was there to catch the rats was her primary companion, along with God, of course. One day, she became terribly ill and received a series of visions within which God spoke to her about divine love. These visions and her interpretations of them eventually were recorded in her book, Revelations of Divine Love. She was the first woman to write a book in the English language, and she originated the famous phrase, "All will be well, and all will be well, and all manner of thing will be well." In one of her visions, God places a small spherical item in her hands. She later describes it as the size of a hazelnut. and it represented all that is. She mentions that it was so tiny and fragile. She was shocked it didn't just disappear. God teaches her in this vision that this tiny thing, representing all that is, exists now and will exist because of God's love. She writes that all things exist because God created it, and God keeps it, and God loves it. And she began to see God as creator and keeper and lover. This tiny, fragile thing cared for and sustained by the love of God. It's this reality that allows her to convey the message, all will be well, and all will be well, and all manner of thing will be well. It's a phrase I find myself repeating when things are out of control, when the world does seem so fragile, as if it might just disappear, when I need to anchor myself. All will be well, and all will be well, and all manner of thing will be well. Love, Renee. The Peace of Wild Things by Wendell Berry. When despair grows in me, and I wake in the middle of the night at the least sound in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting for their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free.